What up? What up?
You don't have to show it on the screen.
No. Did that change it?
Yeah, it did change it.
Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see
What up, good people? Let me know you're out there. Just send a comment in the chat. Let me know you can hear me loud and clear. This is Me, Myself, and I, Songcast. Did it drop? Just keep watching. What up, good people? It is I here, and this is the Me, Myself, and I Songcast. Let's pause there. Coming live on YouTube. We've migrated over here from other social media platforms, and it's gonna be my weekly Songcast. We're just getting it in order, getting our ducks in a row to kind of keep doing this regularly every Thursday, I believe, at 2 p.m. We might shuffle around the time just to see what the best time is. But right now, we're looking at Thursday at 2 p.m. And if you're out there, just give me a thumbs up, give me a praise hands or something. Let me know you hear me loud and clear. And clear. So today, I had so many thoughts on my mind, and I always come to these and say, what am I going to talk about? And I try not to do too much planning ahead of time because I want the inspiration to kind of lead the narration and the path of these shows. But so today I was thinking about this idea I wrote about on my socials about David versus Goliath, right? And I look at the world like this. I said this before and I'll say it again. The odds are stacked up against you. The world is designed for the majority of people to fail. That sounds crazy because we live in the Western world and a lot of us have food, clothes, shelter. When you look at the world around you, a lot of people don't have that. And it's sadly, we live in a beautiful world. The earth itself is gorgeous, but it's sad that the world is designed in a way for all of us to fail. So I look at this world as a David versus Goliath. I look at my place in the industry as a David versus Goliath. I look at your place in the world as a David versus Goliath. Carry me away, my Lord. Bring me to a peaceful land. Take me where the honey flows. lead me by familiar hands. It's all I know. You make me feel alive again. It's all I know. You make me feel alive again. Take me where the honey flows. Lead me by familiar hands. It's all I know. You make me feel alive again. It's all I know. You make me feel alive again. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ah. Carry me away, my Lord. Bring me to a peaceful land. Take me where the honey flows. Lead me by familiar hands. It's all I know. You make me feel alive again, yeah. It's all I know. You make me feel alive again. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ah. It's all I know. You make me feel alive again. You make me feel alive again. It's all I know. You make me feel alive again. Oh, you make me feel alive again. Mm, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't wanna see war no more, child. No more. I don't wanna see war no more, no. Yeah. I don't wanna see war no more, no tears no more, no more. Yeah. No more. I don't wanna see war no more, Lord, no. I don't wanna see war no more, no tears no more, no more. Yeah, no more. So what does it mean to be? It's hot in here, boy. To be David in a world of Goliath, right? In the music industry, I mean, the reason why I think the music industry hasn't let me in yet because I don't keep secrets well, right? And there's so much things to air out about how corporations work, how labels work, how artists work, how the industry works. And when you decide to completely be independent and completely say, okay, I'm gonna do it the right way, my way, on my terms, I did it my way, right? The difficulty level is raised exponentially, right? I sang that song because I was just thinking about it and it's just in my heart. Alive again. It's always something I need to hear. Make me feel alive again, Lord. Anyhow, the difficulty level is raised exponentially The reason why we pledge our allegiance to corporations. So a lot of us will complain about the world, complain about what's going on in the world, but we will sooner buy a the first thing that comes to mind is hardware from a big company than going to a mom and pop hardware store that sells the same product, right? We'll sooner buy tickets for, and I'm not complaining here, for a famous artist who's been highly promoted than a local artist. It's not because always the famous artist is better. It's not because the gear you'll buy at the big hardware shop is better than the mom and pop shop. It's because of the mind state we have. We trust things that are trusted by other people, but we don't often think that trust can be bought on a massive scale. The appearance of trust can be bought. So when you have an artist that is smaller, they can't buy your trust. They can't buy your loyalty. When you have a big artist, they can buy your trust, they can buy your loyalty, they can say, this is what I'm going to produce, so I'm going to do, it's going to be at that level because I have the money to do it at that level, right? Same with branding. Like, I don't want to say any brands because I don't want to disrespect anybody, but with brands, the same thing. They can put out there that we are a trustworthy company. We're everywhere. All these people love us. We have this many followers. What's the thing? 12 billion burgers sold. I don't even know if that's what they say. It's some crazy number, right? So you believe that if 12 billion people ate these burgers, they got to be the best in the world, right? But then there's that guy who just has his mom's recipe and he is actually making the best burgers in the world, and he may not be known. Right. And it's exiting the room. So the idea here I'm getting at is it's not always the biggest, meaning the best. And sometimes we are conditioned to put our mind state towards the best. And we pledge allegiance to the best and the biggest because it's natural human behavior. But I think sometimes we got to understand that in order for the Davids of the world to win, that's you, you got to think like a David, support Davids, and act like a David, walk like a David. It's a very cliche metaphor. It's a story, but it's very cliche that we talk about David and Goliath a lot. You know what I mean? But I don't think we understand the true implications of what we get. That Goliath was big, but we don't understand what Goliath was. Goliath was a warrior. He was trained and propelled for that purpose, to fight and kill and conquer. And people are going to bet on Goliath because he has a track record of beating him. But if you look at the David story, there's certain things that David understood about this matchup that Goliath didn't understand. And in this world, you got to think like that. You got to put in that work. You got to put in that mind state to say, how are we going to, if I'm going to be an independent, whatever it is, if I'm going to do this my way, how can I do it in a way that I bypass the system and parameters that want me to fail? Because I said it at the beginning, I think I said it, it's designed for most of us to fail. You know what I mean? And I hope that, it's hard to think that, because that sounds like it's a malicious thing. It sounds like there's something out there plotting against us to make us fail. No, it's just the way we operate. When it starts with selfishness and self first, and then you compound on self, you build corporations that are selfish. Really, technically, you compound on that. You just create a system that is self-perpetuating, and then you have all these parts that make up a whole, but you don't have a whole, right? And these parts are just working in their own way to do what they want, and nobody really steps back and say, well, how am I playing a part in this Goliath situation? You know what I mean? In the story, Goliath loses. You know what I mean? In the world, it's a different story, right? We want to believe Goliath is losing. Children, gather round, And if they ask us why we're here, we'll shut them down. We got answers, but not the means. Cause all your dreams were sold to birth this cold machine. And we can't turn it off. If you had it hard, then we got it rough. And we ain't asking much. We don't want it all. We just want enough. Oh, we want enough. Oh, oh, we want enough. Oh, clouds falling into bits on the warehouse city where all the world exists. Mr. Shambles, we got the crumbs, and now I'm trying to spin a future from this junk. And you can't stop us now, cause we're products of what you've begun. And we don't want it all, no. We don't want it all, child. We just want enough. Oh, we want enough. Oh, we want enough. Oh, 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 we want enough. Go single file. Are we out of line? Who's selling dreams and what's the cost? We're buying time. Go single file. Are we out of line? We're on the brink, we're on the cusp. We don't want it all, we just want enough. Oh, 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 we want enough. Oh, 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 we want enough. Yeah, we want enough. We want enough. How do you say that name? Look like Blue Civic Guy. How you doing? It's a Civic. That's not Civic. Blue Civic Guy. How you doing? How you doing, Fern? We want enough. We want enough, child. If you're out there, sing with me. Sing it. Whoa, oh, we want enough, child. We want enough. So I don't like when people. I got a lot to talk about. I don't like when people say millennials are the problem. Millennials are lazy. I don't even think they are talking about millennials when they say millennials. What up, Ron? How you doing, bro? I don't even think they're talking about millennials when they say millennials. Millennials, I don't know how to say it. Sorry, my bad. We all are whatever we are. We're all products of what we're born into. We're all products of the things that are the things that are pumped into our brains. And I think the generation before our generation, the older heads, as they say, we were handed off this crazy world. You know what I mean? To deal with it's you're dealing with excessive pollution, excessive economy, excessive warfare, all kinds of crazy stuff. So I can't swear. It's PG. I apologize. And then we're just saying, hey, deal with this world. Figure it out, young guys. And we were trying to figure it out. So this song, We Want Enough, is a David Goliath ssong. You know, today the theme is David Goliath. It's a David and Goliath song talking about we don't want everything. I don't want everything. I don't want a ginormous mansion. I don't want to be a multi-billionaire. I just want enough to take care of my family, to live comfortably, to do these things, create, and live my life out healthy, happily. This is a smoothie. I said healthy and brought up the smoothie. How you guys doing out there? I think I bait and switched everybody by switching the day of this stream to Thursdays, but I got to plow through this one and get through this Thursday as we build a precedent for these happening regularly and build up the followership and whatnot. So I appreciate you guys joining in. We're kind of talking about, if you hear me loud and clear, just give me the thumbs up, give me the hands. We're talking about David versus Goliath, right? The old cliche. It's not a cliche, but it's something that is said often. I don't necessarily think it's ever used out of context, but I think it's overly said, and I'm here overly saying it. But I'm questioning the mentality of Goliath here and the mentality of David, not just the idea of the small guy beating the big guy. How you carry yourself and how you walk in this world when you're understanding that the world is Goliath. Love Danger. Thank you so much, friend. That's awesome. The world is, I might play it before I go. We'll see. I'm not staying on too long today. The world is Goliath. And we are the Davids. And it's the sad reality that nobody wants to tell you, but I realized it at a point in my life. For most people, doesn't matter if you're black, white, brown, yellow, red, I don't care what color you're, right? The setup for you is failure. And what does failure mean? It means that if the highest heights of this world in terms of success and materialism, whatever, all that stuff, which is not everything, obviously, it's not designed for you to get to that point, right? That thing is supposed to be gone. Anyhow, it's designed for you to stay at a certain place, right? That's in every industry, every walk of life. The mentality is that we all cannot have everything. Well, I don't agree. We all just want enough, right? That's the point of why. That's why I sang that song. And I'm saying, in order for you to beat the Goliaths of the world, to beat the matrix, to beat the system, however you want to say it, you got to think differently. You got to walk differently. You got to understand where we're at. And I think we're not taught to understand that the odds are extremely stacked against everybody, especially when you don't give yourself over to the Goliaths, the corporations, the labels, the industry, the big company. When you say, I'm going to do it myself, I'm going to do it my way, I'm going to do it a humble way, a small way, you're not ever really having a fair shot, technically. But there are ways to bypass that. That's my point here, right? And maybe this song might talk about something that I learned. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. I play the song so much. You know, I'm not gonna sing the whole song. I'm gonna highlight some lyrics. Yeah, absolutely, it makes success even more sweeter when you get there. But it's a long, hard road to really break through, make noise. Because what happens is we've been told we're worthless, so much that it gave us purpose. And if you take the creative license to believe that it means you're priceless, and I know I'm gonna make it out, 'cause I'm already breaking ground. Right? Anyhow, I'm a bit of like a conspiracy theorist. I'm not a bit, I'm pretty very strong conspiracy theorist. But I don't believe they're conspiracies. I just look at the world and say, guys, come on. We see people collude and conspire all the time. Why is it so deep? Like, people work for themselves. That's a conspiracy. When you work for yourself against somebody else, that's all a conspiracy is. So when I say I'm a conspiracy theorist, I'm not really a conspiracy theorist. And YouTube's gonna be like, we can't have this video because I said those words. What I mean is that just understand something, and I'm saying it from my point of view, from my heart to your heart. You have to fight. You know what I mean? You have to fight for what you want in this world. It's hard. I'm not a fighter like that. You know what I mean? I'm a strong dude, I guess, relatively to my body size, if that makes sense, pound per pound. But you gotta fight. You know what I mean? I've been told I'm worthless so much that it gave me purpose. You gotta fight for your success. It doesn't just come You know what I mean? And that's what I'm realizing, I'm learning, I'm working towards. You got to stand up for yourself, and you got to look Goliath in the eye and say, "Oh, you're just big. You're not smarter than me. You're not more agile than me. You're not even technically pound for pound stronger than me, right? You're just bigger than me." So what I mean by stronger, if you're built, if you're smaller, right, physically, and you're built a certain way, but you're built everywhere. Like, so your neck is this is stupid. Your neck is strong, your arms are strong, your buttocks is strong, your ankles are strong. You just have strong bones, but right? You're strong. So if someone throws a rock at you, it might hurt, but you can recover fast. You're strong. It'll take you. But if you're big and you're just big, but you're not strong, let's say, does that make sense? You're only stronger because you have more weight, right? I'm Follow me, right? You might still have weak points that are weaker than that that not you. I'm talking about the Goliath person, right? So that's the difference, right? Have when you're smaller, when you're our size, us, you and me, you got to make yourself so you have no weak points, right? When you go to these big companies, these big corporations, these big entities that are controlling, do you know how many weak points they have? Do you know why why Kodak doesn't exist anymore? Well, it does exist, but sorry, Kodak, no disrespect. But why Kodak went under? Because there was a very weak point in their thinking, right? And that weak point didn't allow them to understand that the world was changing in a way that they could have been ahead of easily because they had the money to do it. But they're like, oh, why would anybody ever want 1,000 pictures on one device? Who would want that? We all want one picture in the flesh, like physically, right? So they didn't see it coming. That was their weak point, right? I read a book about Kodak, and they talk about Kodak, how the guy who missed it, I can't remember his name, and he was very, very successful dude. He built multiple companies, but he didn't see this thing coming, right? So what's the biggest label in the world? Universal, Sony, Warner? I don't know. You know how many weak points they have? The reason why you don't see the thousands of failed artists on Sony and Universal and Warner is because we're only looking at the most popular ones. And we're like, oh, they must be infallible. They must be unbeatable because the biggest ones are the best, right? It's not true. So when you're at our size, and I'm saying our size because I know you and me, we're in the same place in this world. You can't have any weak points. It's I said, obviously you're gonna have some weak points, but your weak points have to be stronger than their weak points, right? Because your weak points are gonna let you down, right? And then you'll be defeated. So that's kind of like where I'm jumping at, right? I hope I'm making sense to you. You know what I mean? I get all of that. Yeah, they're screaming, children screaming in the basement. They don't understand that I'm recording. Um, so right. So I'm just saying like I'm only telling you what I'm learning. The reason why I brought up the Dave Goliath because I think you guys have been super supportive of me, and you guys believe that I should be the biggest artist, as big as any artist in the world. But it's a complicated industry that you got to navigate through, and you have to kind of square Goliath in his eyes and find your way to win that battle, right? So I'm gonna play one more song. It's the song. I butchered it last year. Last time I was on. Let's see what we got here. Um, so Fern, you get me. I get it. Thank you, Fern. Let's put up. All right. Yeah, it's a hopefully there's still more discovery to do. You know what I mean? So it's people are enjoying the music on every platform. You know what I mean? So it's been great with the videos getting more streams, the songs are getting more streams, everything. So it's been a great response. You know what I mean? Hopefully that translates and you guys start coming out to the shows and supporting my headline shows. Because we're getting back to that reality. So that would be great. Should I do this song? I'm not staying on too long today. These should be an hour long. Um, but yeah, it's something I'm going to reinforce. Me, myself, and I on this on this songcast. I call it songcast. Is your CD? Oh, that's awesome. Thank you for it. That's awesome. Yay! I like that. Everybody send my new record as a Christmas gift to your friends. I love that. Timothy was left on Adelaide to lay their cold in his own blood. Shadows fall down, endless alleyway, a fiendish pain where bullets struck. Ricochet lows, innocence don't shield your skin, protect your fragile bones. Single teardrop, gazing into dusk as he looked up and he cried, I feel danger, hear me calling, be my savior, Lord, hear me calling. I'm afraid hell, night is falling, don't let me die alone. I feel danger, lift my breath, my heart, my soul. Lift my breath, my heart, my soul. Evelyn stood by the window pane, it's more than strange, you won't pick up her archangel. The only man who stuck around long enough for her to love. Stomach turning, pacing through the dark, the dinner on the table cold. Fighting teardrops, yeah. Mama's intuition fighting back as she cried. I feel danger, hear me calling, be my savior, Lord, hear me calling. I'm afraid hell, night is falling, don't let me die alone. I feel danger, lift my breath, my heart, my soul. Lift my breath, my heart, my soul. Oh, I feel lost, Lord. Don't let it end. Hear me when I cry out. I feel danger, hear me calling. Be my savior, Lord. Hear me calling. I'm afraid hell, night is falling, don't let me die alone. I feel danger, lift my breath, my heart, my soul. Lift my breath, my heart, my soul. I feel danger, yeah, hear me calling, be my savior, Lord, hear me calling. I'm afraid hell, night is falling, don't let me die alone. Oh, I feel danger. I was trying to I was trying to change the comment while I was singing. Anyhow, y'all. So that's what I'm talking about, David and Goliath. So even this song is it's all David and Goliath. It's all like if you know who you are in this world and you're not trying to play the game of the world, it's all David. The world is Goliath, meaning the odds are perpetually stacked against you, no matter how successful you are. Look at Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle's one of my favorite human beings, favorite creatives on the planet. And the odds were perpetually stacked against him at every point of his life. And I think finally now he's in his mid to late 40s and he seems comfortable. He seems like he has control of his destiny. He seems to me like he beat Goliath. It's a crazy, it's not, they don't want us to talk about this, not because like it's some deep conspiracy theory. It's because people benefit from us not thinking like this. It's all about selfishness. It comes down to selfishness at the end of the day. People benefit it, keeping certain systems in place, they benefit from it. Wealthy people, you know what I mean? Powerful people. And I'm not gonna say that. We'll talk about that another day. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, but it's about individual people taking a stance on their life and saying, guess what? I see it for what it is, and I'm gonna put in 110% into my life and into my work, into my heart, into my honesty to create something that allows me to beat Goliath, right? That's what this is all about in this world. It doesn't matter if you work for someone. It's not about saying don't work for somebody, but it's about not being controlled by the systems that steal your humanity. Does that make sense? Am I rambling? Not being controlled by the systems that steal your humanity. No matter what your job is, no matter what your profession is, um, the systems of bureaucracy, the systems of commerce, the systems of um, tribalism, the systems of climbing up ladderisms. What do you call that? What is that called? People climb up the ladder. Doggy dog isms, whatever it is. Don't let those things steal your humanity. You know why David won? Because he understood the humanity of the situation. He looked at this person and said, Goliath, oh, it's just a human. Oh, look at this. Oh, he's tall. I don't know. I'm just making it up. But like, he's tall. But look at that one point on his. He's weak. Or maybe he has a thrown out back because he was doing extracurricular activities all night. Maybe there's something weak about it. Maybe his health. Maybe he wasn't eating healthy. You know what I mean? Probably not. At that time, if he was a warrior, he was probably eating the finest foods that they could offer and make him super strong. You know what I mean? But it's not always about how big and strong that person is. It's about, how you think about the situation, the worldview, where you look at. So these are just the beginnings of the Me, Myself, and I Songcast. If you haven't started following me, if you haven't told a friend about it, tell a friend about it. If you haven't subscribed, I was supposed to do that at the beginning. That's what all those YouTuber guys do. Like right at the beginning of the video, say if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and hit that bell button. Smash the like button and leave a comment below so people can.
Notification button.
Huh?
So you get notifications.
Notification button. Smash all the buttons on your keyboard, and something good will happen. I think. I think I want to bring a guest on. I don't know who yet. I want to bring Evelyn on. That'd be great. To talk with Evelyn next week. Hopefully, she works in the daytime, so I might have to move this to the evening. So I'm gonna say this from now on. The default time for these will be 2 p.m., but they will be adjusted depending on if I have a guest, depending on if there's somebody I want to bring on. So I might interview Evelyn, or I might interview one of my children, Ahad, maybe of the star of the Danger video, right? What else? I think we're good, guys. I think that was hearty. I'm glad you guys were with me today. You joined me today. Upcoming information. If you're in Toronto, we are doing a show at the the Great Hall in 2022. Pre-sales out now, so you can get tickets for a discounted price, I believe, right now. Please buy tickets for all your friends, and just say, hey, you're going with me to this show. And if you can't bring your friends, then just scalp them to somebody on the street. No, don't do that. Those shows, our goal is to have those shows sell out. I do believe that we can achieve that goal of getting those shows sold out in Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver. If you're out there, I've played in your city several times, and I want all those folks out of Vancouver to come out to my show. We're going to sell that one out. I promise you that one's going to be sold out. So Toronto, don't let Vancouver sell out their show before you guys. That's Toronto's where I live, okay? So any other news? While you're chomping up those chips over, you're not going to hear all that, right? Chomping up chips like we're not on set. This is what it's like to have a home studio. You have someone in the background chomping on chips, children in the background screaming and crying.
No, I think you didn't even that hit at all.
Did I?
About your tour dates. Ooh, we have new merch. Go on the website.
Guys, we're making merch, and it's good merch. I don't really focus too much on the commerce side, but we have beard brushes coming out. We have water bottles. Keep hydrated. You got to drink water. And I know it sounds like stupid, but like I don't think people underestimate how valuable drinking water is. Like one of these glasses, try to drink at least 4 of these a day. I mean, at least 4, probably more than that, but that's at least, right? We will talk about health on this channel. because the health is an important thing. I got my water. I drink water and smoothie at the same time. Why? Because there's a lot of sugars in this, so the water is balanced out the sugar. I do put water in here too, though. Yeah, merch on the website. Again, just support the music, support whatever you want to support. You know what I mean? Main things for me is that you guys are rocking with me, that you're here with me, that you're sharing the music and spreading the word. That's the most important thing. And if you like the merch and you want to take something home, that's also a bonus, right? But that is not my end game. That is my team's end game. My end game is to take this music, put it right into your heart, and help you transform your lives at whatever stage of life you're at. I don't care if you're small time, big time, doesn't matter. There's always transformation. Nobody's perfect, and nobody is Jesus Christ, Yeshua, or whatever you want to say, right? So, thank you guys. I feel like when I ramble, I always have to do another song. But then when I do another song, guess what I do again? I start to ramble. So I'm just going to stop rambling and say, thank you guys. Stay good. Me, myself, and I, Songcast, episode 1. Last week was the pilot. This is episode 1. Episode 2 coming next week, Thursday. I think we'll be around for that. We shouldn't have a video shoot. Well, we're doing a video shoot next week. Why can't I say that? We're doing a video shoot that week. I'm not telling you what song it is, but we're shooting a video at a very awesome place that involves, I won't say what it is. I won't say. Thursday, so I should be around Thursday.
Be here Thursday.
Are we certain about that?
Yes.
I thought Wednesday was shooting at the place, and then Thursday we're trying to do the next scene.
That is correct. Don't listen to me. We'll
So we'll figure it out. If I I won't be able to do that. If it's not next Thursday, it'll be Friday. Okay, so we'll be alternating. Who is still with me? Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. Signing off. Stay good. Stay good. Stay good.